This video was filmed in our homeland, hometown, which shows our simple life as being farmers or gardeners. We are the farmers who run and work on a farm or in our garden. We raise a variety of food crops, and we are responsible for the production of food and other agricultural products. We typically oversee the day-to-day operations in our garden, from planting to harvesting to marketing and selling products. This is how we plant a variety of crops in our garden, whether rain or shine. Indeed, farming is a gamble. It's a roll of the dice where hard work meets hope, season after season. We grew up with farming as our way of living, and hearing sad news reminds us of the struggles we face every day. But we are here still doing it, to have a source of income for living, even though sometimes we encounter more losses than profit. But we thank God because we have better food to eat than most people who live in cities. We are healthier and live longer. We are just enjoying our work more than most city people do. We are more likely to rear a family and thereby promote the future welfare of the nation. We still promote or improve the growth of plants, land, or crops, or raise animals as livestock. Gardening is an art form that requires patience, hard work, and a love of nature. It's a rewarding job that can help reduce stress and provide fresh produce and beautiful flowers. However, not everyone has the green thumb required to be a successful gardener. Let's discuss the important characteristics of a gardener and how they contribute to creating a beautiful garden. 1. Passion. A gardener's passion for plants and nature is what drives them to learn more about gardening and puts them in touch with the natural world. This passion motivates them to spend time in their garden, even when it's hot or cold outside. A passionate gardener may also be involved in community gardening projects, plant sales, or other events related to gardening. Passion is one of the most important characteristics of a gardener, as it is what drives them to be creative. 2. Patience. A patience is essential for successful gardening. Plants grow at their own pace, and gardeners must wait for the right time to harvest crops or see blooms. A patient gardener understands that gardening is a process that takes time, and they enjoy the journey as much as the destination. 3. Being observant. Observation is a critical skill for gardeners. They must keep an eye on their plants to notice changes in growth or health and to identify any problems that may arise. Observant gardeners can spot pests or diseases early on, which can help prevent the spread of the problem and save their plants. 4. Dedication. Gardening is hard work, and it requires a lot of physical effort. A good gardener is willing to put in the time and energy required to maintain their garden. They may spend hours weeding, planting, and harvesting, and may also be involved in maintaining paths, fences, and other garden structures.
I am a gardener. I stand at the edge of the fertile soil, which lies fallow and empty in parts. But tomorrow seed packages will open, and my job of planting will start. First step is preparation, for I desire a very fine yield. I'll till the ground and ready my tools and timetable my work in the field. How should I arrange my plants this year? The traditional rows work well. Current almanacs suggest grouping in planter boxes, inclusive for all. As always, I'll check my resources and read the instructions to grow. Consult with gardeners of past years for advice to nurture my rows. Of course, there are budgeting matters. Gardening costs have risen a bit. Consultations with gardening superiors will give direction and plenty of manure, seeds, trowels, hose, fertilizers. My equipment is all in place. Tonight I must find time to rest, for gardeners work a hectic pace. Rise and shine, bustle about, go through all those mental rounds. Open packages, get those seeds in their rows. Oops, some confusion abounds. That first day of planting is challenging. All those tiny and delicate seeds, each has different requirements. Sun, water, shade, these are their needs. The next few weeks are very exciting, as you witness the first hints of life. Time to assess situations, transplanting, thinning, more light. It doesn't matter if they're tiny or large. All plants deserve needed attention. I'll prune each one so they'll do their best and are worthy of some recognition. The first report is out and things look good. The garden is progressing along. Some weeds of course need displacing, for in this garden, they may not belong. Some experts say to use chemicals to clean the garden of pests. Others say all specimens can blossom with gentle kindness rather than tests. Sometimes not all plants will make it. Late spring, hot sun, too much rain. I will have to evaluate each situation, and with some start all over again. Each year has its perennial problems, which are filled with a great deal of strife. Other times I feel like an expert in my field, and this job is the best in my life. But for now the harvest is upon us, and a sense of panic abounds. As chilling frost is near us, we must take the fruit from the ground. I will pick some samples for testing, to ensure a high quality, but visitors will evaluate my produce, assessed solely on high quantity. I am proud of my garden creations. The flowers, the fragrance, the fruit, the seeds through YM teaching have germinated, and in watching I've seen them take root. I am a gardener. I have seen many plants mature and grow. This job is taxing, but oh so rewarding. I look forward to more seeds to sow. Written by Brent Galloway. Gardening is an art form that requires patience, hard work, and a love of nature. It's a rewarding job that can help reduce stress and provide fresh produce and beautiful flowers. However, not everyone has the green thumb required to be a successful gardener. Let's discuss the important characteristics of a gardener and how they contribute to creating a beautiful garden. 1. Passion. A gardener's passion for plants and nature is what drives them to learn more about gardening and puts them in touch with the natural world. This passion motivates them to spend time in their garden, even when it's hot or cold outside. A passionate gardener may also be involved in community gardening projects, plant sales, or other events related to gardening. Passion is one of the most important characteristics of a gardener, as it is what drives them to be creative. 2. Patience. Patience is essential for successful gardening. Plants grow at their own pace, and gardeners must wait for the right time to harvest crops or see blooms. A patient gardener understands that gardening is a process that takes time, and they enjoy the journey as much as the destination. 3. Being observant. Observation is a critical skill for gardeners. They must keep an eye on their plants to notice changes in growth or health, and to identify any problems that may arise. Observant gardeners can spot pests or diseases early on, which can help prevent the spread of the problem and save their plants. 4. Dedication. Gardening is hard work, and it requires a lot of physical effort. A good gardener is willing to put in the time and energy required to maintain their garden. They may spend hours weeding, planting, and harvesting, and may also be involved in maintaining paths, fences, and other garden structures. 5. Being creative. Creativity is one of the most vital characteristics of a gardener. Gardeners have the opportunity to express their creativity by designing and creating their outdoor space. A creative gardener can use plants, hardscaping, and other elements to create a unique and beautiful garden. They may experiment with different colors, textures, and patterns to create a visually appealing garden that reflects their personal style. Are you a gardener looking for more creative approaches to your gardening? You can find many sources for inspiration online. 6. Adaptability. Gardeners must be able to adapt to changes in the weather, soil, or other environmental factors that may affect their plants. They may need to adjust their watering or fertilization schedule, or even change the type of plants they grow to suit changing conditions. An adaptable gardener is open to new ideas and techniques that can help them overcome challenges and maintain a healthy garden. 7. Knowledgeable. Gardening requires a certain level of knowledge about plants, soil, and environmental factors that can affect their growth. A knowledgeable gardener understands the importance of soil health, the right amount of sunlight and water, and the proper use of fertilizers and pesticides. They may also be familiar with different types of plants and how to care for them. In conclusion, gardening is a wonderful hobby that requires a combination of passion, patience, hard work, and knowledge. A good gardener is observant, hardworking, creative, adaptable, knowledgeable, and passionate about plants and nature. By cultivating these important characteristics, you can create a beautiful garden that provides joy and nourishment for years to come. 7 traits of successful home gardeners. Many people pick up gardening as a hobby because of the various ways it can enrich our lives. It's good for mental and physical health, it can provide peace and solitude, and it can also be a social activity that brings groups of gardening communities together to share common interests. Gardeners with common interests typically also share similar personality traits. So what does it take to become a successful home gardener? Explore these 7 traits of all good gardeners to determine if gardening is the right hobby for you. 1. Creative. Gardeners have the opportunity to get their creative juices flowing through garden design and garden planning. Creating a garden layout and choosing the different types of plants and flowers that fit together cohesively, all with different colors and textures, is a great way to harness creative energy. 2. Patient. Patience is a virtue and gardeners need lots of it. With so much instant gratification available at our fingertips, patience is a fleeting trait. However, gardeners who have patience know that the waiting game is well worth it. Having a vision for your garden, then watching that vision come to life, makes patience a necessary trait for successful gardeners. 3. Outdoorsy. Enjoying the outdoors is a requirement for gardeners since most home gardens are outside. More than that, successful gardeners are connected to the earth in a spiritual way and find peace in harvesting nature's bounty. If you can picture yourself taking in the fresh air and enjoying your own little slice of the earth by gardening, we think gardening success is already achieved. 4. Enjoy solitude. While there is a social side to gardening, if you join a gardening community, most gardening is done by yourself. In today's busy, technology-driven world, finding peace, quiet, and solitude with gardening is an excellent way to unplug. We think enjoying solitude is a trait every successful gardener should have because it's a quiet activity that affords us the ability to relax away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. 5. Detail-oriented. Successful gardeners need to be detail-oriented because gardening takes a lot of planning. The details are what set successful gardens apart. For example, growing guides, tracking crop rotations, pest and disease information, harvest dates, and growing zones are just a few details that, if neglected, can be garden suicide. Garden Savvy's garden manager can keep all your details organized for you in one convenient location. 6. Passionate. All successful gardeners are passionate people, no matter what aspect of garden that passion hones itself in on. Some gardeners simply enjoy the process of gardening, while some are passionate about flowers themselves. Whatever it is you're passionate about as a home gardener, take that passion and run with it. We guarantee your garden will flourish. 7. Nurturing. Gardeners are nurturers at heart. To connect with those natural nurturing traits, home gardeners can put them towards their craft, showing generosity, compassion, and even kindness towards their garden. This is one of those unexplained secret 9 mistakes new gardeners make, and how to avoid them. Every new gardener makes mistakes, but don't be discouraged. We're here to help so you can enjoy growing your own food without getting frustrated. Read on to learn some of the most common mistakes made by beginner gardeners and how to avoid them. What's so wrong with digging up some dirt and putting the plants in? Plenty. See, soil provides the foundation for a successful garden, so it needs to be rich and filled with nutrients. Bad soil is like junk food for plants, and they won't grow and thrive if they're stuck in it, just like you wouldn't do well if all you ate were potato chips. Do this instead. Before planting, improve your in-ground soil with nutrient-rich Miracle-Gro garden soil for vegetables and herbs, which helps protect against both under and overwatering. If you're growing in containers, you'll need a lighter weight soil with excellent drainage, like Miracle-Gro potting mix. For raised beds, Miracle-Gro raised bed soil is a smart choice, as it will provide your plants with just the right texture and blend of nutrients for great growth. Do this instead. Follow the recommended spacing found on each Bonnie Plants plant tag, on the plant variety pages in the vegetables and vegetables sections of our website. And don't worry, your plants won't look little or lonely for long. 7. Planting far from a water source. Moisture is one of the biggest plant needs, but there are few things less exciting than having to lug heavy watering cans or drag along unwieldy hose across the yard to give the garden a much-needed drink. The usual result? Your plants don't always get all the water they need. Do this instead. If you can, position your garden near a water source. Or, if you have to plant elsewhere because of sun needs, consider installing a rain barrel near the garden to make watering easier. To know when it's time to water, check the dryness of the soil by sticking your finger in it. When the top inch is dry, water deeply and thoroughly, aiming water at the base of the plants to avoid splashing water on the leaves, which can lead to disease. For more information, check out these tips for watering your garden, plus this article for some creative drought-busting techniques that include using soaker hoses or drip irrigation to lighten your watering load. 8. Not feeding your plants. When you're starting out, it's easy to forget that plants need food, too. Sure, if you improve the soil at planting time, your garden will have good nutrition to start, but even the best soil will eventually run short of nutrients to feed your hungry plants if you don't replace them. Do this instead. Well-fed plants grow stronger and provide better harvests, so feed yours regularly with plant food specially designed for veggies and herbs, like Miracle-Gro water-soluble plant food for vegetables and herbs. It feeds instantly to help you get a bigger harvest versus unfed plants, and you can do it while you water so it doesn't take any extra time. Be sure to follow the directions on the label. 9. Forgetting to harvest. When you're a beginner gardener, it can be tricky to know when your plants are ready to harvest, and if you wait too long, you could end up with an overgrown yellow cucumber or basil that starts to flower and turn bitter. It can be a challenge, too, to know when to pick colorful veggies that branch beyond the standard green pepper or red tomato. Do this instead. Visit our How to Grow page for the type of plant you're growing to learn what to look for when it comes to harvest time. You can also check the picture on the plant tag to see what the plant and fruit should look like when it's ripe. Then, be sure to walk your garden every day. Just 24 hours can be the difference between a zucchini at the peak of perfection and one that's the size and consistency of a baseball bat. Now that you know what sorts of mistakes garden newbies tend to make, you'll have a much better chance of avoiding them, even if you're technically a beginner yourself. So get out there and have fun growing a beautiful, delicious first garden. Lessons beyond the garden. Gardening imparts lessons that extend far beyond the world of plants. Balance. Like plants, relationships and life require a delicate balance. Overdoing or over-pampering can stifle growth and potential, emphasizing the importance of moderation and equilibrium. Letting go. Just as plants shed dried leaves and flowers, we too must learn to let go of what no longer serves us. Creating space for new opportunities is essential for growth and renewal. Investing. Plants teach us the beauty of simplicity and humility. They take only what they need and give back abundantly, reminding us to remain humble and generous. Emotional detachment. Growing and nurturing vegetables taught me the necessity of compartmentalizing emotions. This detachment ensures practicality and survival, a valuable lesson in adapting to change. Harmony with nature. Nature's rhythms teach us to align our body clocks with sunrise and sunset, fostering better health and well-being. Embracing natural cycles helps us break free from the confines of modern life. Gardening may not be everyone's passion, but the life lessons it imparts are universal. As we witness the resilience, rootedness, and generosity of plants, we find inspiration to apply these principles to our lives. The garden becomes a classroom for personal growth, teaching us to rise above challenges, stay grounded, and make a positive impact on the world around us.
7 life lessons to learn from a gardener. To become a gardener, one of the most important skills you have to learn or acquire is patience. Growing takes time, and in a world that values sensationalism and instant gratification more than growth, this might be difficult. 1. Patience is a virtue. To reiterate yet again, gardening teaches patience like no other activity. Each seed is created differently and takes time to sprout. Plants take time to grow, flowers take time to bloom, and fruits take time to ripen. In the world of social media and things going viral, in a world that constantly demands instant results, planting seeds and growing them reminds us that some things cannot be rushed. 2. Consistency and commitment. Doing the right thing every day is what makes a garden thrive. Watering, weeding, pruning, and fertilizing are ongoing tasks that cannot be ignored. This consistency and commitment are essential in other areas of life too. Whether it's your job, a relationship, or some personal goals, consistent effort over time leads to success and fulfillment. 3. Embrace failure and learn from it. As hard as it may be for some gardeners to accept, not every plant will thrive, and not every seed will sprout. Gardening teaches us to accept failure, learn from it, and try again. If a plant doesn't grow, the gardener has to examine the reason, like perhaps the soil was too compact, or the plant didn't get enough sunlight. This lesson applies to life as well. Setbacks are nothing but opportunities to learn and improve. 4. Adaptability and flexibility. Monsoon is around the corner for most of the country, and gardens are subject to changing weather conditions, pests, and diseases. Passionate gardeners learn to adapt and be flexible with weather conditions. They might need to move plants to a sunnier spot, adjust their watering schedules during the rain, etc. Life, too, requires us to adapt to changing circumstances and find new ways to overcome challenges. 5. The importance of nurturing. Gardening is all about providing plants with the right conditions to grow. This involves understanding their needs and caring for them appropriately. For example, fruit-bearing plants like tomatoes and squashes will require direct sunlight, while leafy greens like lettuce and kale can grow in partial shade as well. Similarly, in life, nurturing relationships, skills, and passions is crucial. Providing support, time, and care to the things that matter most ensures they flourish. 6. Connection with nature. We are all well aware of the fact that gardening fosters a deep connection with nature. It makes us more aware of the seasons, weather patterns, and the life cycle of plants. This connection can reduce stress, improve mental well-being, and give us a sense of peace and contentment. Spending time in the garden will make you appreciate the beauty and intricacies of the natural world. 7. The joy of harvest. So the ultimate reward of a kitchen garden is the harvest at the end of the season. Whether it's vegetables, fruits, or flowers, the joy of seeing the results of your hard work is matchless. This also teaches us the value of delayed gratification. Working hard and being patient leads to rewards that are worth the wait. The satisfaction of harvesting your own beans or peppers or enjoying the beauty of blooming dahlias or lilies is a reminder that effort and patience pay off.
18 gardening tips for beginners. 1. Pick the right spot. It is always better to take small steps towards big wins. Pick a small space to start building your garden. Ensure that the space you choose receives 5 to 6 hours of direct sunlight. Avoid a space that receives strong winds. It could knock over your young and budding plants. The wind will also keep pollinators from doing their job. Lastly, think about the accessibility of your garden space for watering, picking, and caring for your plants. As they say, out of sight often equals out of mind. 2. Pick a type. Once you identify the right spot for your garden, the next step in your journey to gardening is choosing what type of garden you want. Will it be a beautiful sea full of flowers, a gorgeous spread of herbs, a kitchen garden for the budding chef in you, or a nutritious vegetable garden to keep you fit and healthy? No matter what you choose, take small steps to paint the picture of your perfect garden. 3. Work on the soil. Plants always benefit from the nutrient-rich gardening soil. Take your first step by examining the texture of your soil. It should be easily shoveled and crumble in your hands. If your soil is hard and the texture is clay-like, it will be difficult for all the plants to grow their roots. If you have rocky soil, till the soil and remove the rocks. Improving the quality of the soil is not as hard a task as you think. It comes with great benefits. Add organic compost made of tea compost, vegetable peels, to your soil to improve its quality. 4. Grab basic gardening tools. Once you have a plan in place, you'll need some basic gardening tools to get started. We're listing a handful of tools required for gardening. You will require 1. The must-haves. One tool that every gardener should own is a pair of pruning scissors. You will be using these to cut back plants and bushes, as well as maintain their health by cutting off the dead parts of these plants. 2. Tools for digging. You will need a couple of tools for digging and preparing your soil to start planting your greens. You will need a spade, a trowel, and a garden fork. The spade and trowel are used to dig the holes for your plants, whereas the garden fork is used for breaking the large clumps of soil or for clearing the roots of old plants and weeds. 3. Tools for watering. The best tools for generously watering your garden are garden hose, pipe, and a watering can. Garden hose is perfect for bigger tasks such as watering trees in larger areas. For delicate and small plants, a watering can is preferred. Your young plants cannot take the high pressure and will thank you for the gentle sprinkling. 4. Tools for weeding. To tackle the weed problem and get rid of these unwanted plants, you will require a forked trowel and a gardening knife. These two handy tools will allow you to keep the invading plants away. 5. Pick your plants. Now comes the most exciting part of the gardening process, picking your greens. Before you rush to a conclusion on what to grow in your garden, take some time to study the plants. Some plants like direct sunlight while others prefer shade. You can check your plant seed package for this information. Picking the plants that are native to your area can make your life very easy, especially when you are about to become a plant parent. You can also take a peek at your neighbor's garden to see what plants are growing well in their garden or read our guide on which are the best vegetables to grow by month. These methods will give you a fair idea of what type of plants will thrive in your garden. 6. Plan it out. Before getting your hands dirty and starting to plant your greens, plan it out. Planning. Map out where each and every plant will go, paying detailed attention to spacing. Like us, plants also need their own space. If you place young plants too close to each other, their growth can get affected, they will be more prone to diseases, or may simply die. Labeling. We are all forgetful in nature. To ensure that you know what is planted where in your garden and to identify these plants, take some time to make small labels and place them alongside your plants. You can even get creative with your labels and come up with some unique ways to label your plants. Organizing. Another great piece of advice for beginners is to make their own garden scrapbook and chart out the progress of the garden. You can add sketches, pictures, labels, and notes to keep a track of how each plant progressed in different parts of your garden and then make a progress report to understand the nature of these plants. 7. Garden beds. Once you're done with the planning, decide on the type and the size of the garden beds. Raised beds are attractive to look at and raised beds make it easier for you to work in your garden. Gardening in blocks or beds is more convenient than gardening in single rows. Beds should be 3 to 4 feet across, narrow enough for you to reach the center from either side. Beds should be about 8 to 10 feet long, so you can easily move around without stepping on the planting area. Start small and give each plant its own space to grow. The seeds and transplants are small but fully grown plants can get big, making the area overcrowded, making it difficult for the plants to thrive. Within the garden beds, place your greens in rows or a grid pattern. The goal is to minimize walkways and maximize the growing space. You also save time and money by only adding fertilizer and soil amendments to the planting area. 8. Plant with care. Once you're done with the groundwork, you need to jump in and start planting. Most of our seed packets come with basic planting instructions. Give it a try and you'll master the art of planting as you go. Rules of thumb for planting in your garden. 1. Plant seeds about 3 to 4 times as deep as the diameter of the seed unless otherwise written on the packaging of the seed. Cover the seeds with the soil and water them thoroughly, ensuring that you do not expose the seeds. 2. For transplanting the young plants growing in the pot or containers to their final spot, dig up a hole twice as wide as the root ball. Fluff up the soil and add some organic fertilizer to boost the growth of your plant. Place the root ball and cover the roots entirely with the soil. Water your plants gently after transplantation. 9. Water your plants right. The goal of watering your plants is to give them enough water to sustain, but overwatering your plants can lead to waterlogging, which can damage your plants. The best way to water your plants is slowly, allowing the water to reach deep into the soil. Ideally, the soil should get moist at about 3 to 4 inches beneath the surface. Plants need more water in the summer heat. Read our guide on watering plants in summer for optimal plant growth in summer. Plants at different stages of development also require different dosages of water. Young plants will need to be watered every day to encourage the growth of the plant and healthy roots, whereas developed plants will need to be watered once every 2 to 3 days, depending on the weather conditions. 10. Nurture with organic fertilizers. There's an old saying, the fertilizer is the gardener's best friend. Make your own organic fertilizer to give your plants the extra boost to grow. Start with compost, organic material that can be added to your garden to help your plants grow. This can be anything from tea bags, grounded coffee, lawn trimmings, crushed fruit peels, etc. Adding these organic fertilizers to your soil will help it to retain moisture, stimulate good bacteria growth, and fight pests and diseases. It will also help you to reduce your carbon footprint. 11. Keep pests and diseases away. Pests and diseases are more attracted to plants that are stressed or have some deficiency. If you have healthy, well-nourished plants, your pest and disease problems should be lesser. If your plants get infected, chances are there's an organic solution. It's easy to make up homemade pest control for the yard and garden that use plant compounds and soap to knock out the bugs feasting on your plants. Mix up some neem oil, water and a few drops of dish soap. Shake it well and spray it on your plants once every 2 weeks to keep the pests away. 12. Mulch may be your best bud. Depending on what plants you are growing, you may want to consider best mulch for your plants. Why, you ask? Mulch helps to feed the soil with nutrients and give protection against erosion. Mulch is any material that is spread or laid over the surface of the soil as a covering. It is used to retain moisture in the soil, keep the soil cool, suppress weeds, and make the garden bed look more attractive. As organic mulches decompose, they also help in improving the soil's fertility. 13. Vegetable gardening for beginners. There's absolutely nothing quite like fresh veggies coming right from your garden. The juicy, fresh, flavorful veggies which you can pluck and put right onto your plate. Every region has a different planting time based mainly on its weather, and every vegetable has its temperature preferences, too. Start with easy-to-grow vegetables like tomatoes, radishes, capsicums, herbs, and salad leaves like lettuce, kale, rocket, chilies. Once you become a gardening expert, you can move towards growing vegetables like cabbage and broccoli that require more time and effort. 14. Container gardening. Container gardening is a great way to start growing plants where there is little or no space. Almost any flower, vegetable, herb, shrub can grow successfully in a container. Dwarf and compact plants are best for small containers. Select plants to suit the climate and the amount of sun or shade the container will receive. Basil, chives, thyme, and other herbs also are quite happy growing in pots, which can be set in a convenient spot right outside the kitchen door. Whatever container you choose, drainage holes are essential. Without proper drainage, the soil might become waterlogged and your plants may die. The holes need not be large, but there must be enough space for the excess water to drain out. You will need to water your containers more often than bedding plants, though, because the soil dries out quicker in pots. 15. Grow in window boxes. Don't worry if you have a small garden, or no garden at all, you can still grow your greens. Window boxes can be planted with everything from fruit and veg to perennials and annuals. It brightens up the exterior of your home with blooms and greenery. And, of course, they're not just limited to small spaces. Large gardens will benefit from the added color and change in the level they bring. 16. Companion planting. Like humans, plants also have preferences who to hang around with. Companion planting is growing different crops in the same area for a variety of reasons, including maximizing the use of space, warding off pests, and providing nutrients. Some species thrive well when they are planted close together, while others can stunt each other's growth. 17. Pruning the plants. Although the task of trimming beautiful plants can be hard for gardeners to swallow, regular pruning keeps most plants healthy and encourages new growth. But when and what to prune depends on the type of plant and the climate you stay in. For instance, flowering and fruiting plants prefer to be cut back in late winter or early spring to spur a healthy crop. Trees and shrubs that bloom in the spring start setting new buds as soon as the old flowers have fallen, so it's crucial to prune before those new buds come in. And many other plants need continual trimming to remain healthy. 18. Keep up the good work. Proper maintenance of your plants is the greatest and the most rewarding thing you can give your garden. Make some time to deadhead, weed, prune, and tidy up your garden. If you notice stunted growth, check what's going on with the roots of the plant by carefully examining and digging around the underlying soil. Get rid of the pests and diseases by taking the right measures. Water your plants regularly and feed them with nutrients every once in a while. So, there we have it. Starting a garden is not as scary as it seems. Even if you are a gardening expert, you will be able to enjoy a blooming garden year after year as long as you plan ahead, choose your plants carefully, and give your soil a nutritious boost. Buy seeds online and get your hands dirty.
Technology plays a crucial role in helping farmers adapt to the challenges posed by climate change. Several technological advancements offer solutions to mitigate the impacts of shifting weather patterns, increased extreme weather events, and changing growing conditions. Precision agriculture techniques, GPS-guided machinery, sensors, and data analytics allow for precise application of water, fertilizers, and pesticides, minimizing waste and environmental impact while optimizing yields. Drones and satellite imagery provide real-time monitoring of crop health and environmental conditions, enabling proactive adjustments. Climate-resilient crops. Plant scientists are developing crop varieties with enhanced tolerance to heat, drought, and pests. Genetic modification techniques are used to create crops better suited to changing climates, improving yields even under stressful conditions. Furthermore, the preservation of traditional, climate-resilient seed varieties holds significant potential. Improved water management, smart irrigation systems, water monitoring technologies, and rainwater harvesting techniques help farmers optimize water use and conserve resources in the face of drought. This is particularly important in regions experiencing increased water scarcity due to climate change. Climate modeling and forecasting. Advanced climate models and weather forecasting tools provide farmers with crucial information to anticipate and prepare for extreme weather events, enabling timely adjustments to planting schedules and farming practices. Early warning systems for floods, droughts, and other disasters are vital for risk mitigation. Other technological solutions. Vertical farming, which involves growing crops in controlled indoor environments, offers a way to reduce reliance on unpredictable outdoor conditions. Mobile apps provide farmers with access to real-time information on weather forecasts, market prices, and best practices for adapting to climate change. While technology offers powerful tools for climate change adaptation in agriculture, it's crucial to acknowledge that technological solutions are not a panacea. Sustainable farming practices, diversification of crops, and robust governmental support remain essential components of a comprehensive adaptation strategy. Technology significantly alters how farmers interact with nature, creating both opportunities and challenges. 1. Increased distance and control. Precision agriculture, GPS-guided machinery, sensors, and data analytics allow farmers to manage resources water, fertilizer, pesticides with greater precision, minimizing environmental impact. This creates a more controlled, less directly hands-on relationship with the land. Remote monitoring. Drones and satellite imagery provide real-time data on crop health, soil conditions, and weather patterns, allowing for proactive management from a distance. This reduces the need for constant physical presence in the fields. Automated systems, automated irrigation, harvesting, and weeding systems reduce the need for manual labor, creating a more distanced interaction with the natural processes of plant growth. 2. Enhanced understanding and interaction. Data-driven decision-making. Advanced sensors and analytics provide detailed insights into soil health, nutrient levels, and pest infestations, allowing for more informed decisions about planting, fertilization, and pest control. This leads to a more scientifically informed approach to working with nature. Improved resource management. Precise applications of water and fertilizers minimize waste and pollution, promoting more sustainable farming practices that are better for the environment. This shows a more responsible and environmentally conscious approach. Genetic modification. Genetically modified crops can enhance resilience to pests, diseases, and harsh weather conditions, allowing for farming in previously unsuitable environments. This represents a direct manipulation of nature to achieve specific outcomes. 3. New challenges and considerations. Dependence on technology. Over-reliance on technology can make farmers vulnerable to equipment failures, software glitches, and cyber attacks, potentially disrupting operations and impacting yields. This necessitates a balance between technological reliance and traditional farming knowledge. Environmental concerns. While precision agriculture can reduce environmental impact, the production and disposal of technological components can create new environmental challenges. Sustainable technological practices are crucial to minimize these issues. Ethical considerations. Genetic modification and automation raise ethical questions about food safety, biodiversity, and the displacement of farm labor. These require careful consideration and ongoing societal dialogue. In essence, technology transforms the farmer's role from a primarily hands-on, intuitive interaction with nature to a more data-driven, managed relationship. While offering increased efficiency and sustainability, it also necessitates a careful consideration of potential downsides and ethical implications. The future of farming likely involves a balanced approach, integrating technological advancements with traditional knowledge and sustainable practices. Several technologies aimed at helping farmers adapt to climate change are being implemented globally. Here are some specific examples. 1. Precision agriculture, GPS-guided machinery. Many farms utilize GPS-guided tractors, planters, and sprayers for precise application of inputs like fertilizers, pesticides, and seeds. This minimizes waste and environmental impact while optimizing yields. Companies like John Deere are major players in this sector. Sensor networks. Farmers are increasingly using sensor networks to monitor soil moisture, temperature, and nutrient levels. This data informs irrigation scheduling, fertilization strategies, and other management decisions, optimizing resource use and improving crop resilience to drought or extreme heat. 2. Climate-resilient crops, drought-tolerant varieties. Many breeding programs are focused on developing crop varieties with improved drought tolerance. These varieties are being planted in regions facing increasing water scarcity. Heat-tolerant crops. Similarly, research is underway to develop crops with enhanced heat tolerance, allowing for continued production even under extreme temperatures. 3. Improved water management, smart irrigation. Drip irrigation systems, controlled by sensors and automated controllers, are becoming more common. These systems precisely deliver water to plants, reducing water waste and improving water use efficiency. Water harvesting. Techniques for collecting and storing rainwater are being adopted to supplement irrigation during dry periods. 4. Other technologies. Vertical farming. Companies like freight farms are deploying high-tech shipping containers for controlled environment agriculture, reducing reliance on unpredictable outdoor conditions. Robotic harvesting. Automated harvesting systems are being developed to address labor shortages and improve efficiency, particularly in fruit and vegetable production. These are just a few examples, and the specific technologies being implemented vary depending on the region, crop type, and farming system. The adoption of these technologies is ongoing and accelerating as farmers seek to adapt to the challenges of climate change.
Drones save farmers time in several ways, streamlining various aspects of farm management. Rapid crop surveying. Drones can quickly cover large areas, providing a comprehensive overview of crop health far faster than traditional methods like ground-based scouting. This allows for timely identification of problems and quicker responses. Efficient data collection. Drones equipped with sensors gather data on soil conditions, crop health, and other parameters much faster than manual methods. This real-time information enables quicker decision-making and reduces the time spent on manual assessments. Automated tasks. Drones can automate tasks like spraying pesticides and fertilizers, significantly reducing the time and labor required for these operations. They are also being used for automated seeding, further saving time compared to manual planting. Post-event assessment. After weather events, drones quickly assess damage, providing information for insurance claims much faster than manual surveys. In summary, drone speed, automation capabilities, and efficient data collection significantly reduce the time farmers spend on various tasks, allowing them to focus on other aspects of their operations. Farmers are employing drones in a variety of ways within precision agriculture to enhance efficiency, optimize resource use, and improve yields. These applications leverage drones' ability to gather high-resolution data and perform tasks over large areas quickly and efficiently. Data acquisition and analysis. Crop surveying and mapping. Drones equipped with multispectral or hyperspectral cameras capture detailed images of crops, providing insights into plant health, stress levels, nutrient deficiencies, and pest or disease infestations. This information allows farmers to make informed decisions about irrigation, fertilization, and pest control. Time-lapse photography monitors growth and development over time. Soil inspection. Drones can assess soil health by analyzing parameters like moisture content, nutrient levels, and density. This helps optimize planting strategies and fertilizer application. Multispectral imaging creates detailed soil quality maps. Livestock monitoring. Thermal cameras on drones can monitor livestock health by detecting abnormal body temperatures, indicating potential illness. They can also count animals and assess infrastructure like fences. Precision application. Spraying management. Drones are used for precise application of pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers. This reduces chemical usage, minimizes environmental impact, and improves efficiency. Irrigation management. Thermal imaging from drones helps assess water distribution and soil moisture, enabling farmers to optimize irrigation strategies and conserve water. Seeding. Some drones are capable of planting seeds, particularly useful in hard-to-reach areas or for labor-intensive tasks. In summary, drones are transforming precision agriculture by providing farmers with real-time data and efficient tools for managing their crops and resources more effectively. The technology facilitates data-driven decision-making, leading to increased yields, reduced waste, and improved sustainability. The initial investment in drones for precision agriculture is typically higher than the cost of traditional methods. However, the long-term cost-effectiveness depends on several factors and isn't always straightforward. Initial costs. Purchasing a drone, along with necessary software, sensors, and training, represents a significant upfront investment. This cost varies greatly depending on the drone's capabilities and the additional equipment needed. Operational costs. Ongoing expenses include maintenance, battery replacements, data storage and processing, and potentially specialized personnel for operation and data analysis. Traditional methods costs. Traditional methods involve labor costs for manual scouting, spraying, and other tasks. These costs can be substantial, especially during peak seasons when labor is in high demand. Traditional methods also often involve higher costs from inefficient use of resources like water and fertilizers. Cost effectiveness. Over time, the cost effectiveness of drones can surpass traditional methods due to increased efficiency. Drones automate tasks, reducing labor costs and time spent on manual operations. Optimized resource use. Precision application of inputs minimizes waste, reducing material costs. Improved yields. The insights gained from drone data lead to better management decisions, potentially resulting in higher yields. Reduced losses. Early detection of problems minimizes crop losses from pests, diseases, or environmental stress. Conclusion. While the initial investment in drones is higher, the long-term cost effectiveness can be beneficial, dependent on various factors including farm size, crop type, labor costs, and the efficiency of drone implementation. A thorough cost-benefit analysis, considering both short-term and long-term expenses, is crucial before deciding on drone adoption. The cost of drones for small farms varies significantly depending on the drone's capabilities, features, and the specific needs of the farm. There's no single, typical, cost. Lower cost options under $5,000, small farms may find suitable options in the lower price ranges. These drones might have more limited capabilities compared to higher-end models, but they can still offer value for basic tasks like crop monitoring and scouting. Features may be more basic, and payload capacity might be smaller, limiting the amount of fertilizer or pesticide that can be carried. Entry-level drones. These often cost between $1,000 and $3,000 and may suffice for basic aerial photography and simple inspections. However, they may lack advanced features like precise spraying capabilities or sophisticated data analysis tools. Used drones. Purchasing a used drone can significantly reduce costs. However, it's crucial to carefully assess the drone's condition and ensure it's still functional and reliable. Mid-range options $5,000 minus $15,000. This range offers more advanced features, such as higher resolution cameras, more sophisticated sensors, and larger payload capacities. These drones are better suited for more complex tasks like precision spraying or detailed crop analysis. They might include features like GPS-guided flight paths and obstacle avoidance systems. Higher-end options over $15,000, these drones are typically used by larger farms or commercial agricultural operations. They often include advanced features like autonomous flight capabilities, high-capacity spray tanks, and sophisticated data analysis software. The higher cost reflects the increased capabilities and precision these drones offer. Factors affecting cost. Payload capacity. The amount of fertilizer, pesticide, or other materials the drone can carry impacts the price. Larger capacities generally mean higher costs. Camera and sensor quality. Higher resolution cameras and more advanced sensors, e.g., multispectral or thermal, increase the cost. Flight time. Drones with longer flight times tend to be more expensive. Autonomous features. Features like autonomous flight planning and obstacle avoidance add to the cost. Software and data analysis. The cost of software for processing and Analyzing drone data can be significant. Recommendation. Before purchasing, small farms should carefully assess their specific needs and budget. Consider starting with a less expensive drone for basic tasks and upgrading as needed or as the budget allows. It's also advisable to research different drone models, compare features and prices, and read reviews before making a purchase. The most common drone types used in precision agriculture are multi-rotor and fixed-wing drones, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. Hybrid VTOL drones are also emerging as a viable option. Multi-rotor drones, quadcopters, hexacopters, etc. These are popular due to their ease of use, vertical takeoff and landing capabilities, and maneuverability. They excel at low altitude, high-resolution imagery for detailed crop inspections. However, their flight time is typically shorter than fixed-wing drones. Fixed-wing drones. These drones are more efficient for covering large areas quickly due to their longer flight times. They are well suited for mapping and surveying large fields. However, they require a runway for takeoff and landing, limiting their use in confined spaces and making them less maneuverable than multi-rotor drones. Hybrid VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing drones. These combine the benefits of both multi-rotor and fixed-wing drones. They can take off and land vertically like multi-rotor drones but fly more efficiently over long distances like fixed-wing drones. This makes them versatile for various tasks on larger farms. The choice between these types depends on factors like farm size, specific tasks, budget, and operator experience. Determining the most popular drone manufacturers depends on the criteria used, market share, consumer reviews, specific industry focus, etc. However, several consistently rank highly across various metrics. Leading manufacturers in the commercial consumer market. DJI SZDJI Technology Company Limited. This Chinese company is widely considered the dominant player in the consumer and commercial drone market globally, holding a significant market share. They offer a broad range of drones for various applications, from photography and videography to industrial uses. Their products are known for their user-friendliness and advanced features. Parrot, a French company with a long history in the drone industry, Parrot produces drones for both consumer and professional use. They are known for their innovative designs and focus on ease of use. Otto Robotics, a Chinese company that has gained significant traction in recent years, Otto Robotics offers competitive drones with high-quality cameras and advanced features at various price points. They are frequently compared to DJI. Skydio, an American company that focuses on autonomous flight and sophisticated obstacle avoidance systems. Their drones are known for their ease of use and safety features, making them popular among both professionals and hobbyists. Other notable manufacturers. Several other manufacturers cater to specific niches or offer unique features. Yay!